New diets come out all the time, and when looking at the countless eating plans available, it's easy to get stuck and overwhelmed. With so much choice, it's only natural to wonder, which diets actually work, and how can you pick the one that will really help you get in shape? This video will answer these questions by introducing you to the 9 most effective diets. We'll discuss the secret ingredients of the most popular diets and share pros and cons of each option, so you can find an eating plan that works for you and helps you get health and fitness results that last. Number 1. Intermittent Fasting. This diet has been gaining a lot of popularity in recent years because it's extremely simple. Rather than worrying about what food to eat and which ones to avoid, intermittent fasting is all about restricting the time when you're allowed to eat. In the most common variant, you don't eat for 16 hours a day. That's your fasting window. In the remaining 8 hours of your day, you consume food normally, and that's your feeding window. For example, your feeding window could be between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Since you have less time available to eat, you usually end up consuming less calories, and that's what triggers weight loss. Reducing the amount of calories you eat is the active ingredient of all efficient diets, and intermittent fasting can make it easy to do so. However, this diet is not for everyone. Some people may find the fasting window challenging, while others may overeat during the feeding window and undo all their progress. You can experiment with intermittent fasting, but keep an open mind and switch to a different diet if it doesn't work for you. Number 2. The Keto Diet. This is one of the most famous weight loss diets, but did you know it was originally developed in the 1920s to reduce seizures in people with epilepsy? The keto diet requires you to eat very little carbs, so your body is forced to burn fat for energy. Since we all want to burn more fat, the keto diet seems like a very attractive option, and that's why it's become so famous. Because of its popularity, it's easy to find keto recipes or even ready-made keto versions of tasty food, including bread, tortilla, cookies, pizza, and even chocolate cake. However, there's a big downside to this eating style. If you really like carbs, keto is just no bueno. Number 3. The Paleo Diet. Humans have been getting more and more overweight, especially in recent times. What if modern food was the issue? We could all go back to eating a Paleolithic human's diet and fix it. If that sounds crazy, hold on, because that's exactly the theory behind the Paleo Diet. This eating style includes meat, fish, veggies, fruit, nuts, and seeds. All other foods are banned. According to the creators of this diet, this is what Paleolithic humans could hunt or gather, although scientists are not really sure that's true. One thing is certain, this eating style is not for everyone, and you might miss out on a lot of healthy and tasty foods. Number 4. Vegetarian and vegan diets. The vegan diet eliminates all animal products, while the vegetarian diet excludes meat but allows eggs and dairy. These eating styles are considered very healthy because of the absence of meat. Since there are plenty of scientific studies linking meat consumption to cancer, it's always a good idea to eat less meat, especially red and processed meat. However, eating healthy doesn't always help you lose weight. If you are not careful, you can go vegetarian or vegan and still consume too many calories. In fact, there's a lot of very high-calorie options available for vegetarians and vegans. Eating too many of these foods will make weight loss very hard, so you need to be mindful of what you eat. But remember, whether you become a vegetarian or not, it's always good to limit the amount of unhealthy cuts of meat in your diet. Number 5. Low-fat diets. The premise of this eating style is simple. By cutting fats, you reduce your calorie intake and trigger weight loss. Since fat contains more than double the amount of calories compared to protein and carbs, you can cut a lot of calories on a low-fat diet. That makes losing weight easy, but it's not always optimal for your health. By eating low-fat, you may miss out on some very healthy foods like nuts, avocado, and olive oil. If your fat intake is too low, you may slow down the production of hormones that help your body function properly. Very low-fat diets are just not worth the health risks. Number 6. DASH. DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, and it's a set of very simple recommendations. It was originally intended to help people lower blood pressure, and according to some studies, it can do that in as little as 2 weeks. That's impressive. Other studies have found DASH can also be very effective in helping you lose weight. This diet includes plenty of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, low-fat dairy, fish, and lean meats. But it limits saturated fats like junk food and fatty meats, as well as sugary beverages and sweets. While these recommendations are simple, you'll need to do more food prep to stay on track with this diet. Number 7. The Mediterranean Diet. This is one of the tastiest and healthiest diets you'll find, and it's also great for weight loss. Countries in the Mediterranean region enjoy superior health and longevity, so this diet was inspired by the traditional cuisines of Greece, Italy, and Spain. The Mediterranean diet is as tasty as it sounds. It includes plenty of vegetables, fruit, whole grains like rice, bread, and pasta, olive oil, fish, potatoes, legumes, and spices. It also includes a moderate amount of dairy. It's a very versatile and enjoyable diet, perfect all year round and very sustainable, so you can stick with it over the long term. Number 8. Flexible dieting. This approach is based on a simple premise. There are no bad foods. As long as you eat the right amount of calories, you can eat all the foods you want. Flexible dieting allows you to customize your diet and adapt it to your own lifestyle and taste. Since it doesn't even feel like a diet, flexible eating is easy to follow over the long term, and that makes it one of the most effective approaches for weight loss. As with any other diet, there is a downside. Flexible dieting requires you to be aware of how many calories you eat. You won't need to obsess over each single calorie, but you will need to be mindful of your overall calorie intake. It will take some work in the beginning, but it gets much easier with practice. If you mostly eat balanced meals made with healthy foods, flexible dieting is great for your health. And because you are being flexible and balanced, it's also great for your mental health. Number 9. CBT. We can't talk about diets without discussing diet psychology. In fact, the hardest thing about dieting is staying on track. During tough times, it's so challenging to resist temptations, ignore your hunger, and stick to your new habits. All of this has to do with the psychology of eating and can be easily fixed. CBT, also known as cognitive behavioral therapy, helps you master the mindset and habits you need to be successful with your new eating plan. It's not a diet per se, but rather a series of psychological tools that boost your mental strength, so you stay motivated and on track. Now that we've talked about the 9 most popular diets, the question remains, which one should you choose? The answer is simple. The best diet for you is the one you find sustainable. If you can't stay consistent with your diet, it simply won't work. So choose an eating plan that fits your lifestyle and taste, and learn the psychological tricks that help you stay consistent. Want to know what's our favorite diet? We love flexible dieting, but we are also huge fans of the Mediterranean diet. And we are very passionate about CBT and the psychology of dieting. Now, what's your favorite diet? Leave a comment below and let us know. Thank you for watching. Remember to like this video and subscribe for more amazing content on health and fitness. We'll see you in the next video.